Nice to meet you verbally.
Okay, we're 5 minutes to live air. This is the rehearsal of the opening.
Oh, if you bail, I'll.
Starting to waver a
If
little
you
bit.
bail,
No,
I'll
very
take
much. I was
over.
going to put white on too. Oh, kind of white. What's that? Oh well, hang on.
Here we go.
It's a rehearsal.
Live from BC Children's Hospital in Vancouver, it's the 29th Annual Miracle Weekend.
Good morning, British Columbia. So happy you've taken a minute out of this gorgeous day to join us here at BC Children's Hospital. The Miracle Weekend means so much to me. I'm Aaron MacArthur, by the way. This is Samantha Falk. My daughter Addison, the frequent flyer here at the hospital. We're so grateful for everything that this hospital does for us.
So am I. In fact, my younger son was surgery too on operation as well, so I know firsthand too.
Absolutely. Addison actually wants to say something.
Please donate money for sick kids like me. Thank you.
Well said. Let's have a great day, everyone.
Hi, everyone. We are parents first and foremost and feel privileged to help fundraise for a BC Children's Hospital.
Good.
You too can help save lives. Give us a quick call and go online. The phone number and the website are all on your screen.
Yes, Sonia, and then you can go on with your Sunday feeling great. Like Aaron and I know how important Children's Hospital is too. My daughter Eden, who's now 16, was diagnosed with cancer at age 6, but thanks to the caregivers at Children's Hospital, she is recovered and is happy, healthy teenager, sister to Angelise. I got all my kids here. They're very cute.
Now, BC Children's Hospital is here for us all. Please call us now and make a donation. You'll feel so good knowing that you're helping kids from all over British Columbia.
And it's toll free from anywhere in BC. Call 310 BCCH. That's 310 2224. Or go online to miracleweekend.com.
In part of your
Carrie, for
Way too heavy. Are you kidding me? You can't carry you. That's true. Truck. There's a truck. We got.
I'm on a mission.
Where's the baby? Oh, okay. Hi. How are you?
All white t-shirts.
Live from BC Children's Hospital in Vancouver, it's the 29th Annual Miracle Weekend.
Good morning, British Columbia. So happy you could spend some of your weekend here with us at the Children's Miracle Weekend. Hey guys, come on! My name is Aaron MacArthur. This is my colleague Samantha Falk. We are here for such an important reason. We're here for Global BC, of course, but I'm also here as a father. This is Addison. She had a heart transplant 5 years ago now. Children's Hospital means so much to me, so much to her, and we're so happy that it means something to you as well.
BC Children's Hospital means something to me too. My youngest son had an operation here this year. I was amazed by the level of care he received. He's doing great. And it's such an important weekend to raise money for BC Children's Hospital.
Absolutely. Let's get started. Addison, what do you want to say to the people? Should we donate money? All right, we get shy, Addison, today. Well, donate some money, please, today. Make sure you check it out as the weekend goes on. Let's get it started, huh?
Yeah, let's get it started. It's going to be a fun weekend. Let's get the party started. I'm Sony Beeksma, my host here, Barry. We're so happy to be here, so excited to be here. We both, as parents, first and foremost, and feel privileged to help raise funds for BC Children's Hospital. You too can help save lives. Give us a call, a very quick call. It doesn't take very long, or go online. The phone number and the website are on your screen right now.
Yeah, and then you can go on with your Sunday feeling great. And like Aaron, I know how important Children's Hospital is too. My daughter Eden, who's now 16, was diagnosed with cancer at age 6, but thanks to the caregivers at BC Children's, she's recovered and she's a happy, healthy teenager.
BC Children's Hospital is here for us all. Please call us now and make a donation. You'll feel so good knowing that you're helping kids from all over British Columbia.
It's pretty easy. It's toll-free from anywhere in BC. Call 310-BCCH, 310-2224, or go online to miracleweekend.com.
In part of your donations, BC Children's Hospital is able to take care of the most critically ill kids in the province and their families as well. That's because when a child is sick, it affects their loved ones around them. So BC Children's Hospital always strives to help the entire family. Here is just one example.
Carly was only 2.6 pounds at birth.
During pregnancy, Carly was diagnosed with tetralogy of Fallot. It's a heart defect. After birth, she would undergo surgery to repair her heart.
So she was 9 months old. They did the open heart surgery. I thought we are prepared to see her. But when I walked in the room and I saw her in bed with all those attachments, it broke my heart.
Carly was very fragile. Carly has a bone marrow disorder. She has a congenital heart disease called tetralogy of Fallot. She requires permanent tube feedings because of reflux and aspiration lung disease, so she has some feeding needs. She has a cleft palate as well.
Carly was in ICU because her oxygen sats were really low. So at that time, we almost lost Carly.
Suddenly the family needed somebody to call at a moment's notice if Carly got sick. Every time she got a virus, she was in the hospital. There was no such thing as a simple cold or runny nose for Carly. She was in hospital or even in ICU. So she was in a very difficult time in her life.
Very stressed out, trying to phone different people, different departments, and I'm not going anywhere. Even coordinating Carly's oxygen. One of the nurses at 3M suggested complex care team where we met Dr. Dewan.
The Complex Care Team is a service at Children's Hospital that is really designed to care for the children who have the most complex medical needs. They also don't have a specific diagnosis. So there's no single system, no single disease that accounts for the challenges they have. So they require really more comprehensive and at times more intensive care than the average patient.
They took us in and they did all the coordinating for us, which is such a big help.
So Carly goes to ER at least 20-25 times. The reason being is that because she's so complex, sometimes she has a problem with her breathing. Sometimes she has high fever. Sometimes she pulled out her GJ tube, so then she doesn't have nourishment. When we go to ER visits and we're there waiting and we see Dr. Dewan walk in, we feel at peace knowing that Dr. Dewan is here, we're fine. She'll take care of us, she'll take care of Carly, she'll take care of everything. And that brings us a sense of relief.
Carly's transformation has been dramatic. She has done so well in the past year. She hasn't actually been in hospital at all over the past winter, which we're extremely pleased about. It's been wonderful to see because instead of worrying about medications and surgeries and hospital admissions, we talked to the parents about preschool and all of the typical child things that Carly never got to focus on until now because her medical needs were too great.
Yeah, when she's dressed up and all covered up, when you cannot see her scar,
Her tubes.
when you cannot see her tube, and she's wearing her glasses, she looks like just a normal kid without any medical issue. But, you know, behind those clothes, you know, she's been through a lot.
Carly might eventually transition out of the complex care program, and we really try to focus on the kids who have the highest needs. But at some point, she'll be well enough that she won't need our services anymore. At least that's our hope.
It's a good testament how the medical services at BC Children's Hospital help us and Carly to have a normal childhood.
Wow, what a story. I am here with Charles and Leanne and Carly and Autumn. Hello.
Good morning.
Carly's very excited to see herself on TV this morning. It's an incredible journey you've been on. Tell us about it. Tell us about what it was like at the beginning and how it's evolved.
It was really hard when Carly was born. We thought she wouldn't make it, but I'm glad Carly is here now with us, thanks to Children's Hospital.
And in the vignette, we heard it's been an entire winter and not many hospitalizations. I mean, things are getting better, yeah?
Yes, that's correct. Things are really getting better. Carly is like a normal 3-year-old kid.
And that's really important, right? I mean, you can't understate how much Children's Hospital means to families. But, you know, when you see the end or maybe the exit door, it's a good thing.
It's a very good thing, yes, and we are so happy about it.
How often is Carly in the hospital?
Carly now is in the hospital 4 to 6 times a month.
4 to 6 times a month, and that's complex care. It's any range of things.
Yes, so Carly's being seen by complex care team, cardiology, respirology, hematology, different kinds of specialized services here, and as well as a complex feeding team, cleft palate, to name a few.
Wow, you guys might go to medical school after all of this, no? It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of worry. How important is it to know that you have a team here that is looking out just for Carly?
It's comforting for families like us, especially dealing with someone in the family with complex condition. It really puts us at ease and just trusting all the doctors that they will make everything better for Carly.
And she looks great. She's jumping around
Of course.
and having a good time.
That's correct.
How does Autumn deal with all this?
She's been a very supportive sister. She's been a pillar of strength for her sister and for the family. And, you know, she's just like a big sister, not only for Carly, but for all of us.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time this morning, and congratulations on things looking up.
Thank you very much.
you.
All right, you too can make a donation. Children's Hospital means so much to families across this province. 310 BCCH 310 2224.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please give to my sunshine today. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please give to my sunshine today. Please give to my sunshine today.
Each one of the kids you just saw in that video is living a healthier life today because of BC Children's Hospital's specialized care and equipment. And you can help these patients now by joining the Sunshine Club. A monthly gift of $20 a month isn't a lot of money, but it can go a very long way in helping kids that depend on BC Children's Hospital. $20 a month is all it takes to join the Sunshine Club. Generous donors like you help pay for equipment and research that helps to save lives. Please make the gift that helps thousands of kids all over BC. Join our Sunshine Club now, and we'll even send you this handy tote bag. Very handy and pretty cute. Call 310-BCCH or go online to miracleweekend.com at any time.
Hi, my name is Olivia Davis, and I have acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I have been receiving chemotherapy treatment since December 19, 2013. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to my family, friends, and my community for all that they have done for me, as well as the BC Children's Hospital Foundation and Miracle Weekend for all that they've done for me and everybody else here at the hospital.
Yeah, so many thankful people who are the beneficiaries of this wonderful hospital and all the people who work here. And we're also very thankful for people like Kathy Madden and Stacy Dixon from the Truck Loggers Association. First of all, tell us a little bit about who you represent with that organization.
Okay, thanks, Barry. The Truck Loggers Association is an advocacy group that protects the independent contractors in the logging industry in British Columbia, maintaining the coastal community.
Now, you guys have been good friends of this hospital and donations over the years. What have you done this past year to raise your funds?
Well, this particular donation comes every year from our annual convention. We have a ladies' luncheon that we host, and the net proceeds always go to BC Children's Hospital, because we believe that all of the communities that we represent benefit from the BC Children's Hospital.
It's a wonderful cause. All right. Well, and having a lunch with the ladies is never a bad thing either, is it? Okay. Well, let's see. What did you guys raise this year? Oh, a nice round number, $10,000. Thank you so much, you guys, and Truck Loggers Association for all you do. Let's check out Sonia.
Oh, this is my favorite part, when the big numbers start rolling in. Who doesn't love ice cream? I have one of my favorite businesses here with us, Marsha Dillon, Area Vice President, Western Operations at Dairy Queen Canada. And that's Manish over there, Manish Nadav. How important is this charity to you guys, and how have you been fundraising?
This charity is very important to us. We've been partners with Children's Miracle Network Hospitals for over 30 years, and Dairy Queen has really been a big supporter through a number of different things that we do. We sell balloons, we have donation box at stores, and then we also have Miracle Treat Day, which is our annual big fundraiser, and all the proceeds for every Blizzard sale goes back to Children's Hospital.
Amazing.
And in British Columbia, BC Children's Hospital.
So you're not really done raising money yet, but you have raised a lot already. You've sold a lot of Blizzards, let's just put it that way.
We've sold a lot of Blizzards, definitely.
Let's see how many Blizzards these guys have been hustling to sell. Look at this number, just over $500,000. Mr. Barry, that is impressive. We'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, that is impressive. Nothing wrong with $500,000. That'll go to a great cause here. Now, speaking of great causes, this is Amanda Herford, who's representing, I guess, Langley Minor Hockey and the Jordan Owens Memorial Hockey Tournament. Tell us a little bit about how that all started and the history of that.
Well, 16 years ago today, one of our or 16 years ago this year, one of our players at Langley Minor Hockey was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer and unfortunately lost his battle only 8 short months after he was diagnosed. So he spent a lot of time in BC Children's, and this basically became his second home. And anytime that he wasn't here, he was playing hockey, whether it be in his living room, his kitchen, or at the rink. So the following year after he passed, we started a tournament in his honor for the young guys, ages 5 to 8. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone knows in Canada, in Vancouver, Langley area, the hockey community is close, and we always are there to support each other. Talk a bit about just kind of the vibe of the tournament, knowing what it stands for with all the young kids.
Yeah, it's predominantly about fun and friendship. That was one thing that Jordan was huge on. It wasn't so much about winning the game. It was about all of the players having fun, good sportsmanship, coming out just having good time, good memories. So we raise different funds just through general registration. We also do raffles, 50-50 draws, few different things during the tournament to raise money, as well as just general donations. And each year the Kids Helping Kids portion of the tournament, they typically will donate money as well. This year we changed it a little bit, and each team chose one item from the list of the patient's wish list here at the hospital, and they donated an item.
Okay, well, what did you guys raise? Let's flip that check. All right. Look at that. $32,000 plus. Thanks so much. Great work.
Thank you very much.
One of the most popular Miracle Weekend fundraising events is Jeans Day, which is celebrated all over BC and the Yukon. BC Children's Hospital supporters bought Jeans Day buttons and lapel pins and proudly wore their jeans to work, school, and play on April 28th. Thank you to the Jeans Day champions, supporters, and sponsors who made the event a success. You raised an amazing amount for BC Children's Hospital.
Well, look who joined us. Missed the top of the show, but I guess you had an excuse, yeah?
I got here as fast as I could, yeah.
And of course, working this morning. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be here. It's one of my favorite days of the year. Wouldn't miss this for the world. I look forward to a Miracle Weekend every year. So many kids that depend on BC Children's Hospital from all over the province. You know, the building, is full of researchers who have made huge advances in child health research.
I know all too well.
Yes.
For example, in the last 20 years, thanks to research, there's an 80% survival rate for children diagnosed with cancer. That research doesn't happen without your help. Consider making a donation right now.
And it is very easy. All you have to do is go online at miracleweekend.com, click the donation button. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You are watching Miracle Weekend on Global BC.
It is time to introduce our Miracle Maker panel. I'd like to introduce to you Debbie Kane, who works in the simulation lab at BC Children's Hospital right here. She's sitting at the end. She is the chair of the hospital liaison committee. Beside her is Phoebe Liu. Phoebe is a research manager at the Child and Family Research Institute. They're very busy on the phones. We want them to be busier. Cassandra Van Dusen, her daughter Blake is a patient at BC Children's Hospital. Her experience has inspired Cassandra to actively fundraise for Children's Hospital. Colette Wally is beside her. Colette is a BC Children's Hospital supporter and very excited to be on the panel for the very first time. Cameron Andreas is the brother of a patient, Amelie, who has had heart surgery here at BC Children's Hospital when she was just 8 days old. Alenka Bakovich volunteers her time supporting BC Children's Hospital Foundation. This is Alenka's first time on the panel. Another first-timer. Thanks for coming out, Alenka. Rick Marchand is also a BC Children's Hospital Foundation volunteer and is also his first time on the panel. And beside me is Mark Giles, the principal of Bluestone Government Relations. And this is not your first time coming out here.
No, it's my 10th year volunteering for Children's Hospital, and very happy to be here today and making a contribution and getting all my friends and family to make a donation.
Now, fantastic. Congratulations, 10 years volunteering. Why is it important for you to do that?
I have 3 active little girls that fortunately have had to use the facilities here, and the people and the hospital has just been fantastic.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. Thanks for volunteering. Mark is not busy right now. You need to ring the phone for Mark so that he gets a little bit busier. All right. Let's go to Barry.
All right, Sam, that's right. Ring those phones, please. We really appreciate it. Well, a hospital for children is very different from a hospital for adults. Kids need care that is specialized to their age and development, and they need medical equipment that fits them just right, no matter what their size, because some children are desperately ill right from birth. With your donations, BC Children's Hospital can transform the lives of the little ones. This is the story of just one of those patients.
The very first initial ultrasound that we did, they picked up that Maya had a heart condition. She had 2 holes in the heart, a really narrow valve. Her heart it's like it's leaning. When they had warned us in the hospital when she was born, they said there's something called TET spells that she'll have. It causes her to turn blue. And so they said, well, you need to pump her knees up to her chest to get the blood flowing again. Call an ambulance, tell them to bring oxygen. She'll never make it to the hospital. I think we slept with one eye open. We had her in our room just because, I mean, it was easier.
It was reality, like we could lose her at any minute. She was always just so small, and she was actually diagnosed with a genetic condition, Cornelia de Lange syndrome. So with that, she had a cleft palate, difficulties feeding.
She'd burp and everything would just come right back out.
And the heart condition also fell under that.
Near the end of the 4th month, we could tell that she was getting really sick, and she would turn blue more often. And the cardiologist said, I think it's time for the surgery. And
she just wasn't gaining weight, and they couldn't wait any longer.
I remember going in thinking, okay, wow, she's still just this looked like a little doll with this all covered up. And so she's kind of coming out of sedation. She's looked at me. She looked up, I held her hand, and all of a sudden she clenched my finger like this, and she flatlined. She ended up literally dead for 22 minutes.
What do you say? What can you talk about? There's what your daughter's going through, but
So when Dr. Gandhi came in, he sat down, he took my hand, and he said, okay, that was a close call. And I was just like, her brain had lost oxygen for 22 minutes, and they had to put her in a drug-induced coma just to help her heal because the chest cavity was left open for 7 days.
I remember when she came out of the coma, just you hate thinking about thinking like, what sort of life is she gonna lead? Like, she's so sick right now. Like, what does the future hold for her? And is it gonna get better? Is it gonna get worse?
She's always been a little bit behind. She couldn't hold her head up on time. The rolling over, all that stuff was all put on the back burner because it was always like, okay, well, let's get her better. We always thought, okay, she's gonna have issues with walking or even crawling and sitting up. Each of those milestones, whenever they happened, it was just like, oh my goodness, it's a miracle because we never thought that she would be able to get this far.
We see her now and she's great.
Oh my goodness.
Back
just
then,
a huge difference.
I didn't imagine that it'd be like this.
Well, she's a 5-year-old who's running, jumping, and you know,
can't keep up with her.
No.
She's fierce, she's determined. That's what makes her who she is and made her such a fighter to get through this. You hate to have to be here at BC Children's Hospital, but at the same time, you know you're at the best place to get your kids better. I thank God that we live where we do live, that it's not a problem, that everyone that needs help gets the help. And without the donors, this wouldn't be possible.
Exactly.
It's such a worthwhile cause.
So important.
You know, nobody expects their child to get cancer, or cystic fibrosis, or be born with a heart defect.
Sadly, many children are sick and need top pediatric specialists and life-saving equipment. I'm very lucky to have a very healthy daughter, and I hope I never need to use this hospital, but it's good to know it's here.
It is absolutely good to know that it's here. My daughter Addison's life was saved in no small miracle by the medical equipment that was purchased with Miracle Weekend dollars. Syringe pumps that measure and deliver very precise amounts of medication, ventilators, bedside monitors. It was actually a couple of years before I stopped hearing the beep, beep, beep in my sleep. It's essential, this equipment, to save lives.
And we need your help. We need your money. We need your donations to make a difference in children's lives. So to make your donation, you can call toll-free from anywhere in British Columbia, 310-BCCH. That's 310-2224. No area code required.
Thank you for all my toys. Thank you for my brother. Thank you for everything.
Grace was 3.5, and she started to get some swelling around her eyes, and we noticed a little bit in her hands and her legs.
The first time they gave her steroids, she did fine. She went into remission, and probably 3-4 months after that, she relapsed. And
she was a very sick little girl, very sick. She had had like maybe 4 or 5 kilos of fluid on her body from her kidneys not working.
Grace Bokhurst of Maple Ridge had been a healthy 3-year-old until she was diagnosed with a rare kidney disorder called nephrotic syndrome. Grace spent many days at BC Children's Hospital trying to control the excess fluid leaking from her kidneys. Then a chest infection made Grace so sick that her vital organs began to fail. She was put on a heart-lung support machine to keep her alive.
It was so breathtaking to see her hooked up to so many machines. It was unimaginable.
yeah, it was like your worst nightmare. You can multiply that by about 100 times to see your little girl lying there.
Probably less than 10%.
Less than 10% of chance
of surviving.
Yeah. That was probably one of the only times I can remember in my life I was actually scared.
After 3 weeks on life support, Grace recovered, but her kidneys were damaged to the point that she needed regular dialysis, and there was only one way to improve her health.
I was talking to one of the nephrologists, and he says, you do realize what that means with her being on dialysis, that she will need a transplant. And then it hit me, I was like, yeah, you're right. And I remember saying to him, I said, okay, when do I start the workup for live donor?
In August of 2010, Grace was at Children's Hospital, ready to receive the ultimate gift from her father. At the same time, Dennis was at Vancouver General Hospital for his kidney removal.
Do you want Mommy to hold that?
I couldn't actually be there to give her a kiss and tell her that Daddy loves her and good luck with everything, and that was tough for me.
Yeah, he's probably the greatest dad ever that I know, because I don't know what I would have done without him giving me that kidney.
Both surgeries went well. Then, to make sure that the new kidney would work, Grace had to come to Children's Hospital for another 6 months to have her blood cleaned, a process called plasmapheresis. A few months into it, Grace found out that the plasmapheresis machine was aging and there was no budget to replace it.
I said to my parents, I want to raise this money for this machine. So I started selling cookies, I started selling this, selling that.
On Grace's 7th birthday, she came to Children's Hospital not as a patient, but as a donor. She had raised $87,000 for a new plasmapheresis machine.
And that machine now could save a lot of kids' lives. Yeah.
I'm here with Theo Lamb, Miracle Weekend's online community manager. Good to see you, Theo.
Good to see you.
Now, tell me, besides miracleweekend.com, are there other ways to participate in social media? And I have a feeling I know the answer.
Yes, yes. We are asking everyone watching today from across British Columbia, no matter where you are, we want to hear your stories about how BC Children's Hospital has an impact on your life. So send us a photo on Twitter or on Instagram and use the hashtag Miracle Weekend. And we're going to be taking photos here on set as well, and we're going to do one right now, Samantha.
Okay. We're going to do a selfie.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. So I'm going to put this up on miracleweekend.com. I'm going to use hashtag Miracle Weekend. And then these are the kind of stories we'll be putting out on air all day today.
That's great. And also, we can probably donate online as well, of course.
You can do that online. You can do it on our miracleweekend.com on all the social media posts as well. Just look for the story that moves you.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot that will move you. But of course, donate online at miracleweekend.com as well, right? Let's go to Barry now.
All right, thanks so much, ladies. I'm here with Angelina Ray, Spice Girl from Spice Radio. Tell us a bit about Spice Radio and what you guys are all about and what you've done for children.
All right. Well, we're a top 40 Bollywood station, and we have a lot of support from the community, and we play, Bollywood music, and we have amazing loyal listeners that always jump on board when we're raising funds or doing things for the community. So we had a radiothon on May 6th, and our listeners, they donated in a generous way, and they all got behind it, and they told some stories, personal stories of themselves and of their family, and everyone is affected by children who are sick, and BC Children's Hospital does great work in the community and throughout BC, and so people gave generously, and it was an emotional day, and I think we have some success here with the money that we made.
Well, we've been practicing this flip, so let's see what we got. From Spice Radio, we have $21,000 plus. Thanks so much, Angelina. Let's go to your friend Sonia.
Yes, that's right. My favorite Bollywood station. Good to see my friend. All right, right now I have Mongia Bevi and Cafe El Mercato. I hope I said that right. I have Jill, Julia, and Dad, Rob. Now, Jill, I understand that there's a personal connection here for you guys. So tell us about that and how you raised money for this hospital.
Yeah, well, we have my daughter Julia, and she had brain cancer at age 7. Went through all her treatment. She relapsed when she was 9. So then she went through rounds of radiation, and ever since then she has been cancer-free. It's doing really well. We raise the money every January. We do an event. It's $40. We of that $40, $5 goes to Children's Hospital, $5 goes to Lionsgate Oncology Research, and we've been doing it for a lot of years and very much success.
Well, let's see how much you guys have raised. And Julia, by the way, just graduated last Friday, so congratulations to her. And they raised $18,560. That is very impressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll throw it back to you, Barry.
All right, thanks, Sonia. All the doctors and nurses and all the caregivers here, I mean, it's a labor of love. It's their job to help all these sick kids. But in addition to that, they also help raise money. I'm here with Dr. Patrick McDonald, head of neurosurgery, and you're representing departments of pediatric anesthesia, dentist, and surgery at BC Children's. Dr. Patrick McDonald, tell us what you guys do to raise money. Not only are you great helping the kids, but you raise money. How come you go that extra mile?
Well, we do it to continue the great history of excellence here at BC Children's. We raise the money through a combination of different things, individual donations from surgeons, anesthetists, and dentists, and some other fundraising things. We sold samosas at lunch this year and raised over $5,000 just in samosas.
It's a lot of samosas.
It is.
All right, well, let's see what you guys did. All right, kids, here's your big chance. Flip that check. Oh, my goodness, look at that. Am I reading that right? 500. That's a lot of cash. Thanks so much.
This is Avery, Carrie, and I'm Ryan. Avery's been in Children's for a few days now where he's been having seizures, and they're just doing tests on him to try and fix all his problems. And we'd all just like to say thank you to everyone at Children's for doing what they do. They've been so helpful, and we don't know what we'd do without this place. So thank you from Avery and both of us.
Thank you so much.
We are broadcasting live from Children's Hospital in Vancouver. We'll be here till 5:30 tonight. If you haven't called in yet, we want you to call. I'm with Grace Bokhorst. We heard Grace's story just a little bit earlier. Grace, how many days do you think between the ages of 3 and you're now 11? How many days do you think you've spent at this hospital?
Probably too many to count.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and lots of things that have happened that probably couldn't have happened without the help of folks at home who've been calling in. So what are the numbers we want to call?
We want to call 310 BCCH.
310-2224, and we'll hear more from Grace and more from the Miracle Weekends coming right up.
Great job.
Hello, everyone. Welcome To new viewers who are tuning in, it is the 29th annual Miracle Weekend. We're live here at BC Children's Hospital to show you how you can help BC's kids.
Absolutely. We're here until 5:30 today, and we need your support. Last year, almost 87,000 kids from all over this province needed Children's Hospital. It's a busy facility, and donations make it possible to give our children the best care they need.
That's right, Sonia. Vital life-saving equipment like IV pumps and bedside monitors are some of the ongoing equipment needs that you can help provide. So please call with your donation now.
Some of the people at BC Children's Hospital are here because they want to be, such as the caregivers and volunteers. They love to be here.
I love the volunteers.
They do. And some are here because they have to be. That's the patients.
No. We talked with members of both those groups. They all agree. When it comes to taking care of sick or injured kids, BC Children's Hospital, I mean, come on, it's the best place to be.
I want people to understand what it means to be the only children's hospital in British Columbia, and I've said this before, is that we have to do it all and we have to be the best. We don't have an option.
My name is Maya. I love Children's Hospital.
Well, you love it because it has become a second home to us.
The thing that is surprising to me is, although he doesn't quite understand his illness, he's so familiar with the idea of a hospital that when we go to the grocery store, he asks the cashier if they're doctors because they're in uniform. So he assumes that the hospital is everywhere. And I'm happy that he is so comfortable with the hospital that he doesn't fear it. It saddens me, though, that that's his reality.
BC Children's Hospital saved my life.
Children's is where Jack was born, it was where he was saved, and it's where he will be raised. We're here 1 to 2 times a week. This is a home for him. It's a home away from home, and we're very lucky to have it.
When I grow up, I want to be a nurse at BC Children's Hospital.
It's an unbelievable collaborative environment. So I feel very lucky. I actually feel very privileged, and there's many days where I feel I lucked out because I've got the best job in the world.
Oscar still loves to come to BC Children's even after 2 bouts of cancer, and I think it's because it's not a depressing place to be. It's full of light, it's full of love, and it's full of hope.
We are here at BC Children's Hospital all morning long until 5:30, and I'm with a very special guest. We've been co-hosting how many years together now?
I think 3 years now.
Wow, 11 years old you are, hey?
Yeah.
Amazing, I love that. Grace, just to catch everybody up, was 3.5 when she had a rare syndrome that caused her kidneys to leak fluid. Your dad donated a kidney to you.
Yeah.
And you were just at the hospital recently. Tell us about what's going on with your health now.
Recently I was at the hospital because my blood work numbers were going off. So the doctors decided to do a kidney biopsy to make sure that everything was okay. And they found early signs of rejection, which basically means that the kidney was rejecting itself.
Mm-hmm.
And so they did a short treatment, and
you have to come back tomorrow? What happens tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm coming back for another biopsy to make sure that everything is okay and going well.
That the treatment worked and things are back on track, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because you have to keep track. Even though it's a donated organ, it's not a cure. You still have to keep coming in here and getting tests done, right?
Yep.
From your perspective, how do the donations that the folks make at home, how are they used at the hospital? How have they helped you?
They help. Basically what it is some kids are so sick right now, they can't even go out of their hospital room to go outside and play, which normal kids would be able to do. And with your donations, one day those kids will be able to go outside and play like every other kid would be able to be.
And you are planning some fun things this summer like every other kid wants to. What sorts of things do you have planned?
I'm going to Alberta and kidney camp. and hanging out with my friends and lots of fun activities.
That's what happens when you're 11, right? Hanging out with your friends. Grace, it's great to see you. We're so happy you're here. And we want everyone to pick up the phones and dial 310-BCCH, right?
Yeah.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please give to my sunshine today. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please give to my sunshine today. Please give to my sunshine today.
I love that song.
That song makes me cry.
Yeah, well, just hearing little kids do it just kind of lifts your spirits, you know, and that's kind of the whole idea around here. Each one of the kids you saw in that video is living a healthier life today because of this place. BC Children's Hospital is a specialized care and equipment. You can help these patients by joining the Sunshine Club.
That's right, Barry. For a $20 or more monthly gift to our Sunshine Club, you'll be helping the tiniest babies, adult-sized teens, and kids of all ages in between.
That's right, Sam. $20 a month. It's not very much. A couple of coffees.
You can do it.
Helps support research and equipment needs at our province's only acute care facility for kids. So why not consider making a donation right now?
And if you join right now, we'll give you this handy tote bag.
Oh, everyone could use a tote
Everyone
bag.
use a tote bag, so please give us a call now at 310-2224 or go to miracleweekend.com.
I want a tote bag. I might make a donation for that. It's time to head across the pond to one of our communities for kids. Nearly 2,800 kids from Vancouver Island alone were treated at BC Children's Hospital last year. Let's check in with Global BC's Kylie Stanton now. See what's going on in Victoria.
And I'm here at Centennial Square for BC Children's Hospital Foundation Family Fun Day. The thought of brain surgery while awake would scare even the toughest adult, but 17-year-old Maria Porterella endured that this year. To tell us more about her incredible journey, I'm joined by Maria and her family. So Clodagh, can you tell us how you first knew something was wrong with Maria?
Yeah, in October of 2014, I was sitting in the living room reading a book, and she came running in and she said, "Mom, what's that funny smell?" And I looked up at her and I said, "What are you talking about? What funny smell?" And she just kind of looked at me, and then she kind of knelt down, and like 30 seconds later, she started giggling. And I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Mom, I couldn't understand what you were saying, and I couldn't speak."
So tell us about the diagnosis and some of the treatment Maria received at BC Children's.
Well, once we figured out that she was having seizures, we went in to see the doctor, and they referred us to the pediatrician, who ordered an MRI. The first MRI showed a lesion on her left temporal lobe.
Maria, tell us about the very unique surgery you had in November of 2015.
So my surgery, I was awake for it, and the doctors were able to communicate with me during the surgery and figure out where language was situated in my brain, and that let them know where not to cut out.
So how are you doing today, and what does the future hold for you?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. For only having brain surgery like 7 months ago, I'm like any other teenager now, and I'm planning on going to university for marine biology, and hopefully that works out.
Maria is just one of 2,700 patients who made the trip from Vancouver Island to BC Children's Hospital last year. We need your support to continue the specialized care they provide for all children across BC. In Victoria, I'm Kylie Stanton.
Thank you for caring about the kids of BC.
I am here with a fabulous team from ICBC, but we have Jared Huber joining us, who's also brought in some cuties here. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Children's Hospital and how you guys raised money.
We've been involved with Children's Hospital since 1992. Our annual Jeans Day campaign is always really popular with our employees because they have a personal experience themselves or their child or another family member or friend really matters to people. And so it's through Jeans Day and our stuffed toy sale that we raise these funds.
And let's face it, who doesn't like to come to work in jeans? So it's a real no-brainer one. All right, let's see how much money you have raised. Let's flip that check over. There we go, $32,210. Thank you, ICBC. Fantastic job. We will throw it to Barry.
All right, thanks, Sonia. We had a little bit of a water bottle incident here. That's why I'm a two-tone right now, but I'm going to dry off because it's a warm day. But let's talk with Mark Pearson with Blue Shore Financial. They're here because they've been doing a lot of work over the past year. Tell us what people at Blue Shore have been doing to help Children's Hospital.
Yeah, we've been doing so much. It's been so much fun. We've done raffles. We've done a hockey pool. We've done our payroll deposits, which is really successful. We've done Jeans Day. It's been a lot of fun.
How many employees do you have who kind of take part in this, or why they take part in it?
Well, yeah, about 300 employees, and it's just such a good cause. Who would not want to take part in this?
Yeah, you really see the joy around here. All right, well, now it's the moment of truth, kids. Let's flip that check and see what you got from Blue Shore Financial. Hey, $22,000. Good work, guys. Thanks so much, Blue Shore Financial.
7,807. That's the number of times Vancouver Island patients made their way to BC Children's Hospital last year. The hospital relies on your donations to help those kids. I'm joined now by the Duffy family, who are going to tell us about this inspiring contest they were a part of with Nanaimo Mitsubishi this year. Tell us about that contest.
It was a contest that you could win $20,000, and $10,000, of course, goes to the charity of your choice. So because we just wanted the children to be able to have everything, they're going to a place that's they're not well, so that's where we wanted to go to as well.
And how has BC Children's affected you personally?
Mainly because our children were part of it, and our grandchildren, and we've got a great nephew also, and we done something we want to get back to.
Wonderful. Well, let's flip that check and take a look.
$10,000.
An outstanding contribution by the Duffy family and Nanaimo Mitsubishi. In Victoria, I'm Kylie Stanton.
Thanks, Kylie. I'm here with Theo Lamb, Miracle Weekend's online community manager. An easy way to donate to BC Children's Hospital is to do it online, miracleweekend.com. So, Theo, can you show us how easy this is?
Yes. Well, all you have to do is log in on your phone, on your tablet, wherever you are today. Come to miracleweekend.com. And, if you want to share one of your stories, hop onto Twitter or Instagram and use that same hashtag #MiracleWeekend, and share it with us, because these are the stories we're putting out on air all day today. So I'm logging in right now to miracleweekend.com, and we're moving all these stories up. And there's a couple I wanted to show you, Lynn. This first one, I love this photo so much. This is Mama Kim. Her little one, Karsten, spent the first 10 days of his life in the neonatal intensive care unit at BC Children's, and this is their first day out of that unit in the hospital. Isn't that a good
Amazing.
photo? And then I love this one. This is a shout out to Carrie Ann and her family, who's going to be here on set today with her little boy, Avery. Just a beautiful photo, and hopefully we'll get to hear from them and see the check presentation they have planned today as well. So anybody out there, if you have a story that's about BC Children's Hospital, maybe a shout out to a nurse or a doctor you want to say hello to, put it on Instagram, put it on Twitter, use #MiracleWeekend.
Very good. There are so many kids that depend on BC Children's from all over the province, so please make that donation now at miracleweekend.com.
BC Children's Hospital performs more than 9,000 surgeries a year. Actually, my son had one of those this year. Everything from tonsillectomies to organ transplants to plastic surgery. As you can imagine, it takes extremely specialized caregivers and equipment to do these procedures on children. Global BC's Chris Galis recently found out just how difficult it is to do even the most basic surgical maneuver. And along the way, he learned how pediatric surgeries can literally transform kids' lives.
I am here with Dr. Cindy Verschere at BC Children's Hospital. She is a specialist in plastic surgery. Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You have to be an expert at a wide range of disciplines. Talk to me about some of the things that problems in your patients that you fix?
Well, it's interesting that you say that because a lot of people actually don't know what a plastic surgeon does at Children's Hospital. And a lot of people's ideas about what plastic surgery are have to do with what they see in the media,
Right.
mostly related to cosmetic surgery. Probably about 30% of a pediatric plastic surgeon's practice is related to cleft, so cleft lip and cleft palate. I have a particular interest in hands, and so I deal with a lot of kids that have birth differences within their hands. They might be having extra digits or webbed fingers or no thumb. My goal is to make it so that a child that has especially a birth difference is able to actually live the life that they were meant to live with or without the birth difference, and that it doesn't define them.
Now, in some of these things, the repair or modification can involve very, very tiny little sutures in a bunch of different ways. So you really have to be very good at a wide range of disciplines to be able to make the repairs that you do.
Yeah, we do. The really, really tiniest stitches are put in techniques that use microsurgery. So we use a microscope, and we're looking at putting maybe 1 or 2 millimeter blood vessels together. I can teach you how to sew something if you would like.
Oh, I'd love to try it.
Okay.
Sure.
So we're gonna injure a banana.
Okay.
And there's
then repair it.
So we're gonna make a couple of cuts through this banana. And so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the suture in an arc. Yeah,
I'm destroying this banana. I totally messed that up. I'm sorry, doctor. All right, well, clearly I don't know what I'm doing, but it's amazingly difficult. I can't imagine after doing one little suture in a banana what it must be like for you over a surgery that takes hours and many stitches.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of the basic unit of work of being a surgeon is being able to put in sutures. And so people definitely get better over time. But sometimes we're putting in 100 or more. But I think you have actually pretty not bad technique.
Well, you are a great teacher.
Well,
Thank you very much, doctor. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you're the one that's doing it and not me.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I got diagnosed with AML leukemia April 28, 2015. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been donating to Children's Hospital. It made a big change, and helping all the kids out and the nurses, best nurses ever, and the doctors are great, and I just really wanted to say thank you.
It is chaos around here at the Playhouse. Kids are going in and out, rapid speed. Grace, how are you?
Good.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
All right. Did you know that there's a lot of children that come from outside Lower Mainland to come to Children's Hospital?
Yes, the donations ensure that kids from all over BC receive the best care possible, no matter where they live.
Everyone here at BC Children's Hospital excited about the new Tech Acute Care Center. That's opening when? When's it opening?
2017.
2017. The new building will feature much larger inpatient rooms for those families coming from afar. It will have more natural light and enough space for family members who want to stay overnight. And trust me, the current configuration just doesn't work for families. Patients were consulted on the layout of the rooms before construction even began. The pediatric intensive care unit will also be far more spacious, and patients will have their own rooms for improved privacy and infection control.
That looks pretty cool, and I was one of the patients who got to help with designing the rooms.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah? What'd you want? What'd you ask for?
That's under top secret.
All right, I want to find out. Come on. We need your support to make the new Tech Acute Care Center the best that it can be.
Please pick up the phone and call 310-2224 or 310-BCCH.
That's right. That's right, Grace. Thanks, Grace and Aaron. And I have a cheering section over here. All right, ladies, you ready? 1, 2, 3. What's the number? 1, 2, 3.
10-BCCH.
All right, it went much better in rehearsal. Thank you all. Thanks for being here. Our BC Children's Hospital looks after the kids with the most serious, complex illnesses in the province. Many of these patients have very rare conditions, in some cases, extremely rare. And then there's Andrew, a North Vancouver teenager who was hit with not one, but two of the most frightening diagnoses a kid could face.
Well, my son Andrew was diagnosed with a heart condition about 2 years ago, and it was a very sudden diagnosis. We were rushed here with Andrew via ambulance, and initially they told us he would need a defibrillator and a pacemaker, but within 2 weeks of that, they were then saying, no, his heart is even worse. We need to do a transplant immediately. I remember thinking, not my Andrew. He played soccer just a couple weeks ago. How is this possible?